The market is the strongest it's been in years, making now a great time to sell, even with high interest rates. But beware, 5 common mistakes could cost you dearly. Cue the music first so you know who we are. Selling a home is a major decision, especially for seniors. Here are 5 mistakes to avoid and ensure a smooth and beneficial transaction. I'm Brenda Kay, and this is the sweet Miss Frankie, who's here with me every day. Our world is real estate, and sharing experience and knowledge is our goal on this channel. Make Miss Frankie's day by hitting that subscribe button and helping us get to our 5,000 subscribers this year. Oh, and stay tuned till the end, because I'm going to tell you what these mistakes can be fixed with. Mistake number 1, underestimating financial implications. Ignoring selling costs. Don't overlook the costs involved in selling a home. Most sellers think of the costs as the commission, the legal fees, the moving company costs. But there is so much more to consider in the form of inspection-related items. I recently had a senior couple that had been in their home for 48 years. Over the years, they have taken great care of their home maintenance-wise. But with age, the cost of living, the past few years, and COVID, and having things in the home that you're willing to accept or they were willing to accept, these buyers would not accept them. So it turned out that the inspection monster really reared its ugly head and hit them hard financially. The septic system was barely functioning, which is something you would never know until it backed up. A crack in the basement that never bothered these sellers, and a few electrical things that never bothered these sellers and really didn't affect the safety of the home. But it did really bother the buyers, and they would not move forward because these items were outstanding. Another financial concern is mismanaging the proceeds. Don't make the mistake of not planning how to use the proceeds from your sale. Your age will have a major impact on this. What stage of your life are you in? Will this be your last move or just a first step in downsizing? For instance, I'm taking advantage of this market and I'm selling my home right now to downsize. At my age, this move will probably be my second last one because I'm going much, much smaller. And I know in another 6 to 8 to 7 years, I may be making another move. Do I want to rent? Do I want to buy? Do I want to put my money in RSPs? What do I want to do? I really need to sit down and think about what are my financial long-term goals, as do all sellers my age. Mistake number 2, not exploring housing options. Understand downsizing. I have so many clients that they want to downsize from the big 2-story home of the 80s and 90s, but they don't want to give up their things. Downsizing is just that, downsizing space and belongings. I had a client that downsized from a large home and sold nearly $20,000 worth of furniture and belongings. You know, before you downsize, make sure you're good with a lifestyle that doesn't afford you all the amounts of the belongings you have now. Storage space, closet space, privacy space. Are you ready for this? Don't ignore senior living communities either. There's some great communities that have popped up around Nova Scotia. There's one in Truro, there's one in the Valley. You get your own independent living, you buy it, you own the real estate, and there's a maintenance package for all the outside work. What could be better? There's also a lot of the 4-unit, 1-level homes popping up everywhere outside the city that are for rent. I actually love those. I would love to find one close to me. That would be really nice. That could stay out here with my kids. All right, enough of Brenda's thoughts. Number 3, overlooking emotional factors. Oh my God, disregarding emotional attachment. Don't underestimate the emotional impact of selling a long-time home filled with memories. All my moves prior to this one I'm getting ready for were moves up in size and style. We got married, we need a house. We had a baby, we need a bigger house. We had more babies, we need a bigger house. You know, everything we did and where we lived revolved around the kids. So this downsizing move doesn't, and that is emotional. I remember having tears in my eyes after the movers left, looking at the empty bedrooms that were once home to my little babes. This will be the first move that so many special belongings I have in the home will go to the children. Heirlooms. I want to see these heirlooms and these things in their home. I want to see them enjoy it. Mistake number 4, neglecting physical and health needs. Overlooking accessibility. You know, consider yourself healthy right now. Yeah, I'm spry, I'm healthy, I don't have any issues. But for seniors, it's imminent. And this move has to consider how drastically our health can change, especially when we're in our 60s or older. How many steps to the front door carrying a heavy bag of groceries? I can do it now, but what about in a few years? Down the road when I'm approaching 70, am I still going to want to climb all those stairs? If I'm going to live in an apartment, is there underground parking? Am I in an area that emergency medical care could come to me quickly and easily? Ensure your new home is close to medical facilities and can accommodate any in-home care or assisted living services you might require in the future. And as sad as it is, you also have to consider becoming a widow or widower with this move. Mistake number 5, misjudging market conditions. This is a big one I run into all the time. Ignoring real estate market trends. Understand the demand for homes in your area, determine the best time to sell. What types of market are we in economically? Right now, we're still in a seller's market. I decided to sell mine because I don't want to be hit in 2025, 2027 when I think there's going to be a glut of houses come on the market, because even with the interest rates coming down a little bit, they're still way up there. Don't make the mistake of setting an unrealistic asking price. A buyer is not going to pay more for your next stage of life by paying more for your house than any other similar home on the street recently sold in your neighborhood. Work with an agent that will give you a realistic value and respect their expertise. Okay, as promised, here are the ways to avoid these 5 mistakes. Mistake number 1, understanding financial implications. The fix. Get a pre-inspection on both the home and, if you're rural, on the septic and the well. A scope of the septic and water test, the full test. This way you can avoid any costly inspection fixes or surprises, mostly surprises. And also on the financial fix, before you decide where you're going to go, what you want to do with your money, sit down, talk to your financial advisor, family members, or realtor for expert opinions. Miss Frankie is actually moving around today. Mistake number 2, not exploring housing options. The fix. Consider future living costs and ensure the sale will support your long-term financial goals. Style of living are you looking for? Do you want to rent? Do you want to invest your money in RSPs? Where do you want to be? What's your lifestyle? And you want this money to be able to last through, unfortunately, till your death. Mistake number 3, overlooking emotional factors. The fix. Acknowledge these feelings and give yourself time to adjust. It can take months or even years to say, yes, I'm ready to move after 30, 40, or even 50 years in the same house. Write out or imagine where you want to see yourself the next 10 years. Talk to your family, your friends about it. Share your concerns. And most importantly, make it about you and your spouse. These are your golden years. Mistake number 4, neglecting physical and health care needs. The fix. Consider future health issues and concerns. Are you genetically predisposed to any medical condition? Also consider family and support systems. How far are they away in distance? And sadly, what about if you do lose your spouse? Can you maintain where you're now living? Mistake number 5, misjudging market conditions. The fix. Interview a couple different agents, unless it's me. You only need me. I'm kidding. Make sure you're comfortable. Check online reviews. Ask about their experience with listing homes, and watch out for the agent that makes promises of a higher price. I got a doggy that wants to leave the desk. A higher price than any of the other agents. I do practice what I preach, and as a boomer, I'm cashing in on our real estate wealth in this market. Right now, I know for sure we are still in a seller's market. I'm not taking a chance of a market shift. If you're feeling that way, it may be a good plan for you to start talking about family, planning a move. And it's not something that just you say one day I'm going to do it and then you do it. We have been talking about this for 3 years now, and we're just in our mind now. We are physically and emotionally ready to cash in. Selling can be stressful enough. You don't want to make these mistakes and make it even more stressful. So, Miss Frankie, how did I do? She didn't really stay in her bed, so maybe you didn't think it was too good today, but those are 5 mistakes that really common that senior sellers can make. I'm Brenda Kay. I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Miss Frankie roaming around the desk today. And remember, if you're thinking real estate in Halifax, think Brenda Kay. Cheers.